After years and years of babyfaces completely dominating the WWE, there has not been a star-studded cast of heels since the Attitude Era and some of the Ruthless Aggression Era. But now it seems WWE is finally having some top-level heels that are starting to shine. In recent years, the likes of Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, LA Knight, Bianca Belair, CM Punk, John Cena, Sami Zayn, Rey Mysterio, and that's a lot of people, it's not even close to all of them, have seemed to dominate the top ranks of WWE. There have been people like Roman Reigns, who has been a heel and he's been at the top, but besides him, people come and go out of these like heel phases, and they're usually not very good. It's been a long process, but in the last few years, WWE has built up and propelled many heels to join the dance along with the top baby faces in the company. In this video, we're going to go over who they are and how they're doing such an amazing job. Up first, we got to talk about Drew McIntyre. Now, I feel like Drew has always been someone that I see as an ideal wrestler. He looks the part. He looks like he should be in the ring just beating people up. But I haven't always been the biggest fan of his character. But this recent heel turn, especially with how he's really been just ribbing on CM Punk and how he injured him and how he's like the savior of WrestleMania, and now him winning the Elimination Chamber, him kind of getting in these feuds with Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, and just kind of being really shisty and just a really good heel. He knows when to turn it on. He knows when to play into the crowd. He can make jokes. He can be serious. He can be intimidating. He can be funny. And overall, he's just been, honestly, the biggest joy in the last few months for me when it comes to wrestling. I didn't really expect it, but I'm very happy it's here, and I'm enjoying the ride so far, and I hope he can continue it on because he's probably one of the best heels with the exception of The Rock right now in WWE. Up next, we have the Ring General, Gunther. Now, Gunther has been a favorite wrestler of mine for a while. His in-ring work is pretty unmatched. He always has good matches. I remember me and my friends went to a Raw where the main event was him versus Tommaso Ciampa in an Intercontinental Championship match. It was the main event, and I didn't expect much of it. I don't think Tommaso's bad, but just not kind of the main event that I expected. But the match was great, and in large part due to Gunther and his work ethic and his just amazing in-ring work. But I would say in the last like 3, 4, 5 months, Gunther has been amazing on the mic. He's really been playing into a heel. He's really just been chopping people up, like the way he's been making fun of Jey Uso recently, and the way he talked about The Miz, and the way he just been belittling people and the crowd. He's really starting to come into his own as a full-fledged, like well-rounded heel and just WWE superstar. And I have enjoyed it. Now, on top of Gunther and his greatness in both promos and in the ring, Imperium has stepped it up. A lot of their tag team matches, especially versus the New Day as of late, have been really, really entertaining, and I've been enjoying them. Before, I kind of really only cared about Gunther, and Imperium was kind of, you know, a whatever addition. But now I really respect the group overall. They've all been doing great work, and they've really been in making WWE a lot more enjoyable on Monday nights. Our third member of this list is personally who I think started it all in this more modern era of WWE, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. Now, I will say as of recent, like super recent, he doesn't show up much, and he isn't as prevalent as he once was maybe 2 years ago, a year ago. But I will say Roman Reigns the last few years has been amazing. The Bloodline arc was kind of really what started WWE in this renaissance it's in. He has been great in ring, and even though a lot of the finishes, especially the last year, have all kind of been the same and it's kind of getting played out, I will say whenever he does get on the mic, like his feud with LA Knight where he was mocking him at Crown Jewel, and just some of the things he says and the way he works the crowd has been phenomenal for years now. And even though I think this is towards the end of his run and him being on top, I will say the WWE Universe and the fans owe him a lot because he's kind of started all of this. and he does show up time and time again, with the exceptions of his matches being pretty scripted. But his promo work and the feuds he's been, overall, for the most part in this run, have been really good. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people are always wanting him to lose and drop the title, but when his time of being the top guy and kind of really getting in the most prolific storylines is over, I think we're all gonna miss him, because he has done a phenomenal job. So shout outs to the Tribal Chief, I acknowledge you. Up next, we have the Judgment Day. Now, the Judgment Day to me is super special because they have so many different like little things about them that make them so good. We all know the memes about them interrupting everyone on Raw. It's all over Twitter all the time. From there, we have Dominic Mysterio, who has like the most heat out of anyone I've ever seen in wrestling. From going to 2 live shows in the last year, whenever he tries to speak, even though it might be a little bit piped in, everyone unanimously just yells at him. Now we have Damian Priest, who I think has really come into his own. We have Rhea Ripley, who is the biggest star in the women's division, and even though she technically is a heel, everybody loves her, and she gets amazing pops and ovations. Now this R-Truth angle that's been going on for a few months has been a really nice addition to the Judgment Day, because they're always so serious. Now they get to show a lot of different sides of them that we don't always get to see in heel factions. And overall, they've just been able to hit like every little part they need to hit as a group, individually, and just having a superstar like Rhea Ripley in the squad is really special, and just watching them has been amazing. They are one of the best parts of Raw, and Raw is an amazing show, so that just goes to show you how important they are to Raw's success and to the WWE success recently as a whole, and I hope they can continue on for a while. I know we've seen Damian kind of have these like little bits where it seems like he might leave the group, especially with the Money in the Bank contract, but we'll just see how long they can play it out for, because it's been an amazing run so far. Now, to play off of Rhea Ripley's success as a heel that's been dominating the women's division, we're going with Nia Jax. Now, Nia Jax's second run in WWE to me has been really good. She's very dominant. She's a lot better in the ring. Her promo work has actually been really good. She just kind of makes fun of people and belittles them and talks herself up and kind of acts like she's this beautiful, amazing badass who can't be beat, and she's just gonna destroy everyone. She kind of reminds me of like a female Brock Lesnar in a sense, but obviously it's way different. But she just has that aura about her. When you hear her music and you see her walk out, you just know she's gonna beat the shit out of somebody. And I always appreciate that in like a monster heel, someone who actually is feared. When you have a lot of these female wrestlers who are like very small and they're not super strong be heels, which how it is a lot of the time, it's not super believable. Now Rhea Ripley is kind of like an anti-hero slash like heelish. So she's really believable as like a top wrestler who doesn't really lose much. But besides her, the only person I see realistically in the women's division right now who's on that level is Nia Jax. I just can't really see a lot of these other women being able to beat her in the ring, just based on her size and how much better she's gotten in the ring. And to kind of all put that together with better promo work and just more confidence and just better work ethic, I think Nia Jax has become one of the greatest surprises in the last year to WWE, especially in the women's division. So shout outs to her. She's been doing a good job. She's been killing it, and I want to see where she goes from here. Up next, I want to talk about Bayley in Damage Control. And unfortunately, it seems her time as a heel is coming to an end since Damage Control has betrayed her. But overall, I think this heel work she's done in the last year and a half has been some of the best in her whole career, if not the best. She's been amazing on her own. She's been great in this group. She's also helped propel Io Sky into that next level that she wasn't really at before Damage Control. Now with the Kabuki Warriors joining and then betraying Bayley, I think it's been a really good arc. And I really want to see how it concludes. On top of that, it seems that Sasha Banks might come in at WrestleMania, or at least we're going to get some kind of return to help Bayley out to kind of even the score, especially with Dakota Kai just turning on her on SmackDown. I just want to say that for me, Bayley is someone I've never been a super big fan of. I think she's been good in the ring, but her babyface gimmick really did not resonate with me. I really didn't like it much at all. But her heel work she's done in Damage Control and kind of being that leader and kind of being shafted to helping other people out to kind of being really shisty to kind of having this full circle come back around as a babyface has been excellent, and it's been fun to watch. And even though it seems that it's over, it was a great ride and I enjoyed it a lot. Now, before I conclude this video with The Rock, I do want to give a huge shout out to Shinsuke Nakamura. His promo work and the way he's been cutting his promos, you know, on the big Titantron and attacking people and bringing back the mist and kind of just being really devious has been a pleasure to watch. Unfortunately, WWE has made him pretty much lose all of his matches in all of his feuds since he's been this menacing heel. So it's not really super believable and like top notch. But I feel like on his end, he's held up his end of the bargain and all of his matches are good. His promo work has been good. He's been really devious and it's been super awesome to watch. And it's been refreshing because his style of promos and feuds is very, very different from the rest of all the programs WWE has been running. But like I said, I feel like they really dropped the ball with him. He just loses all the time, so he's not really menacing after the 10th loss. But I feel like I said, on his end of the bargain, he's done a great job. So I want to give a big shout out to Shinsuke Nakamura. To end the video, we're going to talk about The Rock. Now, The Rock has returned a few times in the last year, and now he's pretty regularly programmed on SmackDown every couple weeks. And he's in the bloodline, and he's been doing fantastic work with this Cody Rhodes angle. It seemed he was coming back to fight Roman Reigns, and they had to pivot because of all the backlash and all the Cody crybabies, as he likes to say. From the slap at the kickoff show for WrestleMania to the bloodline work and the things he's been doing on social media, he has really been amplifying what a heel is supposed to look like in WWE to the fullest extent. He went to Phoenix, Arizona on SmackDown and told them that they're the #1 drug users of cocaine and meth and called them crackheads and disrespected Cody. And he made a 20-minute promo video on Twitter where he talked about Cody Rhodes' dog and he buried Seth Rollins and he told Cody Rhodes, "Fuck your story." And he's just been going off and he's been doing great. And I've loved to see what he's been able to do as a heel. It kind of reminds you of like the Nation of Domination with the Hollywood Rock, with Corporate Rock, kind of all tied into one. And even though he's a lot older, and I don't know how he's going to fare in the ring because he has been injured his last few matches he did 10 years ago, and he's over 50 years old. We'll see how he fares in the ring, but his promo work, as usual, is top notch. And just to kind of top off how the heels have been making this big resurgence in WWE, he has done it bigger and better in a quicker amount of time than anyone, and it's honestly been great, but who doesn't expect that from The Rock? So this is how I feel about the heels and how they've kind of had this renaissance in WWE, and it feels there's almost an equal amount of heels to go around with these star-studded top baby faces WWE has kind of had for so long. And they've kind of had a problem with having heels be able to get up to that level as the baby faces for such a long time. And now I feel like they have kind of the pick of the litter when it comes to heels and how they can push them. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about these picks and how you think the WWE heels have been doing, and if you agree. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.